cold calling people versus trying to attract leads. I don't know. So man, want to go grab coffee? Let's get it. What's going on, guys? This is cold coffee run in the rain while I have a cold. A lot of stuff going on here. You guys have questions. Hopefully we can get some answers. Let's get started. Question number one, how many hours a day do you work? How many did you work before? So I think my average is probably somewhere around 12 hours a day, but it really depends on like what's going on, what I have planned after work, and like, you know, how the rest of the week has been going. So I work somewhere about 10 hours in the office, and then I go home and will work anywhere from 10 to 6 more hours. So sometimes I'm up until, 3 a.m. working from the time, like right after getting home and sometimes I'm like trying to go to bed at like 1 or something like that. How many did I work before? There's been different phases. So actually, like when I first started Viral Launch, it was probably like 18, 19 hours. Like it was super unhealthy actually, and I actually got really sick from it. And then there's periods where like when we were a much smaller company and things were going pretty well, and I didn't maybe understand exactly what Viral Launch could be and how to get there, I'd leave the office at like 5 p.m. and maybe jump back on my laptop for like an hour. So that's probably like 9 hours a day. Saturdays, I probably work about somewhere between 8 and 10. And then Sundays, I work like 12 to 14 probably. Question number 2, great question. What habit do you have that you'd like to break? Good question. I think overall the habit that I would like to break is probably staying up too late. Ideally, I would actually just spend more time in the morning before work, because I just feel really bad waking up so late. And then some days I will oversleep and then I won't get into the office until like 10, sometimes even later, and I feel super bad about it. So probably staying up too late. Outside of that, I feel like I don't really have any vices. I'm usually pretty like self-disciplined. Number 3, how do I stop avoiding the tough decisions? This is a great question. So a couple of things that help me to stop avoiding the tough decisions. One, I think back to, what's the worst that could happen? And usually it's not anything close to like maybe what your fear or anxiety is leading you to. And honestly, you just have to power through. I don't really have some good advice here. This is just a really tough question, something that even still I struggle with. But there's a couple times where there are a couple of tough decisions that I just didn't make in the time that I should have, and it led to like bad results, and that has almost scared me away from delaying those tough decisions. So the only answer I have is just power through. I really don't know. Have a nice day, man. All right, question number 4, how do I find investors? This is a great question. I'm probably not the best person to ask because I didn't go out and raise money. Overall, I think for the most part, it's pretty important to have something to show potential investors. Like at the end of the day, if you have traction, even if you don't have much of an app together, having traction will, and what I mean by traction is having customers, having testimonials, being able to show the investor what exactly like your product or your company will be doing, super important. From there, honestly, networking is really, really big. So here in Indianapolis, there's a ton of different networking opportunities where you get to rub shoulders with a lot of the VCs here, the venture capitalists here. And then from there, those guys can help you get introduced to the right VC for you. So there's venture capitalists that only invest if you're $100 million in revenue. And then there's VCs that only invest if you have no revenue, and so forth. And so I really want to encourage you to go to meetup.com, look for events, tech events, or whatever industry your company or your startup is in, and start just going to these networking events. Introduce yourself to as many people as possible. And if you have a community that's anything close to Indianapolis, then there will be plenty of opportunities for you to get plugged in, start introducing yourself to venture capitalists. And at the end of the day, a lot of these people, they just want to help. At least here in Indy, they just want to help. And so they're more than happy to talk with you. They're more than happy to get you in front of venture capitalists that will help you along your way and maybe even invest. Question number 5, advice for someone who doesn't know what they want to do. It's important to not feel bad about yourself or feel bad about being in this stage. I think it's a perfectly normal stage of life, and I think it's totally fine. And people hit it at different ages along the way. You should feel bad if you are not doing anything about it though. So what should you do to figure out what you want to do in life is, wait a sec. Be patient, but take action, I think is really overall the advice. For me, I was someone that was able to figure out what I wanted to do very quickly, or at least some idea. I just wanted to be in tech and I wanted to help people. So I think the specifics might not look exactly what you think. So like me, for example, I never would have thought that I was going to be in e-commerce. I just wanted to help people and be in technology. And so that's been the opportunity with Viral Launch. So I don't think that maybe what you want to do is going to look 100% like what you think. All right, guys, this has been Coffee Run. Thanks so much for the questions. I really hope that it helps you along your journey to success. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. We'd love to answer them, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. If you want to come check out the day-to-day, come check out my Instagram. And we upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we have a lot of content coming your way. So tune in. I'll see you guys later.